love is gone. So we have a lot of material. The public outcry.
Hello there, people of the internet. My name is Jagero, and this is Dialogues with Jagero. Today we are talking about after the love is gone, what? We're just talking about the love in marriage, and my guest today, I think I will stop calling you a guest and calling you a pseudo,
Friend of
a micro co-host.
Micro, there's nothing micro about me, Jagero. Maybe friend of DWJ.
Friend of DWJ.
Good friend.
Friend of DWJ. Okay, friend of DWJ. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
After the love is gone, we have seen Koku Lwanga. I hope that these guys are going to put the picture on this video when we are talking about her. The reason why we are having these people of the internet is that we have been served a very hot dish from the internet about a marriage that is falling apart. There is a Ugandan lady called Koku Lwanga, who was married to Marto, Daddie Marto. Daddie Marto or Marto Daddie?
I don't even know him. I just found out who he was last couple of days.
Okay, so they have been having a strenuous kind of relationship. I don't know when the rain started beating them, but they have been married for about 10 years. And everybody's seeing it. It's interesting that a lot of people, when they look at social media and they see these celebs, the celebs, it looks really rosy, and all the women that are on the internet are like, it looks good, But then there is something so simmering, and it comes out, and sometimes when it comes out into the open, it looks so ugly. Like Koku is claiming that she has been battered. She has been told to carry financial weight that she's not supposed to do. The husband with whom she says she bought a camera for has looked her in the eye and told her that I don't owe you nothing.
Anything, yes.
Yeah, So that is the story we want to talk about. When I brought that subject to Felly, she told me that we should be talking about dying love because that is what we are seeing, dying love. But then I was asking her, what does she mean dying love? Is it love that is dead completely or something that is rekindled? But the first question I want to ask you, Felly, is that do you think the lady Koku Lwanga would have dealt with this thing differently? Because they have children. Yes. They have been having a decade of marriage.
I can't say she could have. Because standing on the outside, you can say anything.
Yeah.
I can give you a whole PR booklet and say, do this, do this, do this, do the other. And as somebody who has had a failed marriage, mine was not public. So I can't really tell her how to deal with it. And I'd say do what you need to do, but do it knowing the space you are in. It's the internet. We're always told it doesn't forget. You have these kids. And you also have yourself. So in all that, just figure out the order of importance and then do what you must. But for me, the biggest thing is secure yourself. Always.
What do you mean by secure yourself?
Secure yourself. So I want to start off by saying this is not judgment on this particular lady. We don't know you from a can of paint. So the only reason we are talking about it is because it is, without taking anything away from you, it is a familiar situation. People go through it on a daily basis on different levels. And I would know this because my DMs are full of women always. Almost every other morning I have can you imagine, he did, now I'm doing, he said, after all these children, what's going on. So it is something that is. So we're using this time to kind of address what happens to a lot of us women. So I don't think there's a different way she should have dealt with it, and I don't think this is also the right way she should have dealt with it, as in I don't know. Do what you must. And then you asked, what do I mean by secure yourself? Secure yourself means that make sure you're mentally out there, because it's easy to lose yourself.
I want to press you a little bit and bring it a little bit home. Yes. If Koku Lwanga were your sister, and she's coming to you and telling you, I'm about to go to the internet with all this served cold, what would you tell her? Would you tell her go to the internet, or would you tell her what would you tell her?
Of course, I'll tell her not to. But you don't know a woman who has been scorned. You tell her this, and she does what she still wants. Yeah, because that's how we are. I mean, sometimes the pain is just too much, and you're sitting there sometimes alone, and you think, what can I do? Some of us maybe were saved because at that time we didn't have access to that much internet. Those days it was so limited and it was so tedious. By the time you give all that information, it has taken you how many days and bundles that you don't have. So many of us have been saved from that. If she was my sister, would have beaten that man already. Right now, maybe we'd be in jail because there's no you'd be beating my sister and you're walking around. Yeah. So right now, maybe we'd be somewhere in jail asking Jagero to changa for us bail. Yeah. So, so let's not push that whether she's doing the right thing or the wrong thing. I think what we should now do is start learning from all this because it's becoming common. And I want to blame squarely the older women because we don't say that truth to the younger women. Okay, I'm getting to that age where I am going to be I'm the auntie, I'm going to be a grandma. Okay, not soon, I hope. I hope my daughters are listening. And not soon. But I'm already a grandma through cousins and whatever, yeah? So I'm now the older woman. And now we are the new older women and we want to tell you people the truth. So we want to use this type of platform to start saying the truth about certain things, especially marriage. And marriage for African women. Because we don't tell our girls the truth and we get into there with no plan. Our only plan and our only end goal we have been told is to keep this man at whatever cost. Make it to 30 years so that one day we will put on those blue scarves for women for church. and be advising girls and saying, even as we reached 30, pray, my sister, the devil is after your marriage. The devil is not after your marriage.
The devil is not after our marriage?
No, the devil has other things to do if he's there. He's doing other things. The problem I see is we get into marriage not knowing a lot of things. One, we don't know whether we even really love this person. A lot of women... I saw one of your guests say the other day that, and it's somebody I know, he says that a lot of men are like almost coerced into marriage. It's not really their plan, which I find very stupid. Like, okay, I'm sorry, but you're an adult. If you went there, it doesn't matter what you do, you went there. And that is for everybody. So it's not just men, it's men and women. We all get into marriage, most of us, most of the time, when we have really negotiated with ourselves. And I don't think that should ever be the case. You should get into a marriage clear. It should never be, but he's okay. But if I buy him a shirt, he won't look too bad. I tell him to brush his teeth. If I tell him to, hey, you see, if I just grab him, let me buy him a camera, then I will start doing something. Then at least he'll be a man worthy of me.
Okay.
I can then be able to take him to the family. If I just get him a tender, then he starts getting the tender, then now he will be at least, you see. So those are the things we do. And you see in our heads.
And what is entirely wrong with that?
No, because
what is entirely wrong with propping up your man?
No, you see, because we're not doing it for the right reasons.
Okay, what should be the right reason?
You see, the reason I'm doing it is because I'm trying to make you worthy of me. I already know you're not worthy of me.
Maybe worthy of my parents.
Even
maybe
me,
you are worthy of me.
No, even me. Because let me tell you one thing my father told me.
Okay.
And that makes sense now. At that time, when you're young, you're so foolish, you think love conquers everything. But he says it is so important to be with somebody, one who is from the same social background as you. Yeah? So that he's not feeling some kind of way when you're talking about, when we went to Mombasa, he has never passed Nakuru or Machakos. And he's now feeling like you are hitting at him. Same, even religious background. You see, some of those things really affect people. You have to be the same intellectual level. But you see, for most people, because we believe in that lie that love conquers everything, now I know I meet this man, and I know we don't meet anywhere. You know, just like, I know it. It's not my type. We don't have the same taste in anything. We don't have come from the same background. So now I need to prop him up. And if you're keen, you'll know this man also knows that he's not worthy of you, and he's seeing what you're doing to bring him up. He's seeing. Because people are not foolish.
And what does that make him feel?
Exactly. Exactly. So there's a resentment. He knows he's not worthy. And you are there thinking you are helping him, but he's feeling like, I know I'm not good enough. She can't take me like this. She can't show. So, and you know, we do that, like now even when you're introducing him now to people, you're just like, yeah, this man, he's a content creator. He has a camera, he wants, they don't know what. You know, there's one thing that you don't see.
You're targeting me.
I'm sorry. but those are the realities. Then when he starts making it, he now gets his type. Somebody now who accepts him for who he is. He never has to be propped up.
Okay.
He's the hero. He's the guy. You know, you've already made that guy. Yeah. Now he gets his type. That woman comes starry-eyed, like, oh my God. Oh my, this is my guy. This is my guy. You on this other side, you're like, okay, I've done everything.
Now he's well packaged.
He's well packaged. I've made my man.
Yeah, everybody knows him on the internet.
Yes, and I'm the all-sacrificing wife.
Okay.
I've had his children. I've put my career on the side. You know, and you are this. If you had allowed yourself to be who you are a very big mind. But now you're making chapels. You understand what I'm saying? You have a big degree. You maybe even have connections. You could be talking. You should be seated with ambassadors somewhere. You should be sitting with scientists somewhere. You should be doing all these big things. But I sacrificed for my family. I have these 3 children. I'm stay at home now. I don't even have 2 shillings to my name. I'm there cooking chapatis when I could be in a lab somewhere mixing.
Mixing. Going to war with Iran.
And now I'm mixing unga for chapati with water at the exact temperature so that they become soft.
Be nice.
You see what happened. So now I've done all this. I've sacrificed all this. And I'm thinking he's seeing it. He resents me because I stand for everything that he will never be. He will never be good enough for me. He knows it, I know it, but I've dumped myself down and I'm hoping that he sees I've sacrificed so that he feels the same way. I really want this love to work. I really want this marriage to work. It's not working. So when he finds the person who he whatevers, and now he's genuinely in love because that person wants him for who he is.
Okay.
So now he's genuinely in love. Yeah, and I can't believe it. So now what do I start doing? I gave you children. I was young when I married you. I left my degree. I left my job. I bought you a camera. I bought you boxers. I bought it. It's like, who told you to do it? Which is a genuine question. Who told you to do it?
This is a genuine question coming from the man.
Yes, who told you to do it?
And that is why he is saying that I do not owe you anything.
Yeah.
I did not ask.
As painful as it is, as mean as it is, as unfair as you think the question is, it is a genuine question. He's not insulted your mother. He's asking you a question. Who told you? Do you know who told you? Yeah, you in your head are just like, but they said if I want my marriage to work, yeah, I needed to do this, I needed to do that, I needed to do this. And that's why I say we now, as older women, have to take that blame. Because we send our girls into places and we don't allow them to be themselves. Yeah? If you are a bright girl, you are a bright girl. Look for a bright man. Don't ever dumb anything down. If you are this, whatever it is you are, go into spaces where it is your people, where you're not going to fix a person. Yeah, because marriage is not really DIY, fixing your own husband and making him. It's not. Yeah, and that is the mistake we have made, and we have passed it on down generations. Oh, just go there, just keep quiet, just do this, and then if you do all this, your marriage will work, and it never works. Many people who are still married now are just enduring.
But I think that the men that get into such marriages and get propped up by women, they should after all have some sympathy, because I'm thinking, this girls can be beautiful in this town, and they can look really young, and they are very forceful and aggressive. I have situations where women approach me on inbox and they're very aggressive, especially the young ones below 30. Yeah, they're very aggressive and they can really conquer you in a minute. But I think that there are certain things. So, for example, let's say that Daddy Marto decided to cheat. Do you is it wise to bring this lady in the neighborhood?
It's not. And first of all, in fact, even before we get to that cheating part, I have such a problem with him even beating her.
Yeah.
You know, by the time you are laying your hands on a woman, there's something very wrong with you. And even this second woman should be very wary. And
that is what I have always asked about women.
Yeah.
That women are very, women tend to like jungle law. That I'm going to take your man and there is nothing you're going to do about it.
And that's, I have a problem with that as well. Because remember, I've always said a man is either promiscuous or polygamous. And those are some of the things you should be able to identify early on or decide early on, even in the marriage, maybe even if you've not identified in the dating stages, in the marriage, whether you know this man is polygamous or promiscuous. Because you could have gotten married and by the time you're getting married, you are so in love and you said, it's me and you forever, isn't it? But somewhere along the way, he decided, okay, I think I need a second wife. Now, you can tell if this man is looking for people to be fucking all over the place or he's really looking for a second wife. And a man who's polygamous is very intentional and he's very... he's very decisive. And because it's something he's thought about. It's not, and you know that if I'm adding a woman, it means I must be able to provide for that woman. I'm not adding a woman so that we have 5, 6, 7 people suffering. I feel like suffering with people. Yeah. So by the time he's adding a woman, he knows, okay, what are we doing here? Do I need to get another job? I know somebody who has, I don't know how many baby mamas, but for him, his thing is, he gets a woman, you give birth, he looks for a house, and it's not a house. You know when somebody says that he looks for a house, he thinks an apartment in Lavington. No. He has got to a place in Kitangela or those nice places, upcoming, towns, whatever, and it's got to a nice place there, and you start life. And so either you want to get another degree, or you want to start or go back to school and start over, or you want to start a business, or you are employed. And then he says, me, I'm going to look after school fees. Food, madam, can you sort out? Because I have set you up, you're not looking for rent. You understand? That is a polygamous man. A promiscuous man is the day he finds a new girlfriend, now our rent is late. The landlord is knocking. You can really tell, you can almost tell when there's a new girlfriend because rent is late. Last month he bought 10 kgs of meat. This month he has bought 2 because he has to impress.
He's buying meat somewhere.
Yes. You see, so, and his thing is always impressing the women. It's not anything sustainable where you say, Nani, me, I have a wife already. I want to bring you to this, whatever. So it is not here that I'm not a rich man that you're coming here to, I'll be taking you to where you're
sounds so good on paper.
It sounds so good. And it works. It works. I'm not saying that it is comfortable.
You are not saying that it's comfortable.
I'm not saying it's comfortable.
So you think that if Daddy Marto wanted another wife, then he could approach it that way.
Yes, in a way where you say now, but you see now his is already a problem because you have a girlfriend and here your wife now has to pay rent. She's down shouldering financial responsibility. There's something wrong with that man.
I hear people around Daddy Marto are saying that the rent is not actually 20,000. The rent is, I think, 60,000. So she was just giving a third of the rent.
It doesn't matter. You see, this is the thing that I don't understand about men these days.
Yeah.
Are you a man in that house, or you came to get a roommate? Because people must make things clear. You say, Nani, we are roommates, but we have these children that we are related to, both of us. Yeah? So you pay 20, I pay 40. And then you buy more food, I will pay electricity. Then that's a different situation. But what is it that you're looking for in that kind of union? Yeah. So it doesn't matter how much rent she was paying. She wasn't able to pay. What was her source of income?
She was doing chapatis.
How many chapatis do you have to make 20,000?
It's a bit. You must have Ruto's machine, the one that he was buying for the Nairobi County.
1 million chapatis a day. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So already that man is a red flag, and that's why I would say even this second woman, whether you're thinking you're coming here to stay or to take a husband.
So you are thinking that he's already very strict because he's keeping that woman in the neighborhood.
Yes.
He has an office where he's paying rent, and then he has to take care of this house.
And
so
he can't. Yes.
And he can't.
So now his family is suffering. His wife is suffering. And even this second woman, those are some of the things you think. And I always tell women, because they are promiscuous men and they are polygamous men. They're not going to stop. We were not going to stop having men who have 2, 3, 4, 5 wives. There are many, we know them, isn't it? There are many who said, and that's why I respect some of these men who you see stand up and say, niko na hawa. Huyu ndio alinipata nikiwa mdogo akanisugua alafu huyu alafu huyu mwingine akakuja akatupata akatujoin. You know that of course that is being said in jest at that time, but that he's able to stand up and the women are able to stand there. They don't have to be friends.
Perhaps the fear of men is that there are women that believe in monogamy. And perhaps the other problem that we keep getting into is that you promise monogamy and then along the way it changes.
Yeah.
Because
but a lot of things change. Nothing stays constant. We promise each other a lot of things that first day when you are just 2 people. You can promise so many things. And part of being an adult is knowing that things change. Yeah. So why don't you trust that you're in a relationship with an adult? What is wrong between the two of you that you can't see that this person you can actually sit down with her again and have another conversation and say, things are changing. Yeah, this is what's happening. And there's some men who are very open. Like I know one of the politicians, for him, he was so open that he was going to have many wives, to have many children, because he was the only child of his mother. You know, so he was very clear in his head that this is what I need to do. Because if I'm alone and then I have 3 children, what happens, you know, to my parents or my mother's, you know, lineage, etc. Yeah. So those are conversations you can sit down and have and say, Danny, okay, you can have 2, maybe that's what it has reached, but I want 5 or I want 10.
What I've always never understood from the perspective of a man are the women that come around when a man is somewhere and trying to force themselves to share the man in question. Are they temporarily there to take what they can take, to enjoy what they can enjoy? Because you can see that in the video, in one of the stories that this lady put out, was actually the lady after having arrived, you know, and then they call a taxi, and then this lady is now leaving, and she can hear the girl shouting from upstairs, ya kwamba nimewaona, you know, etc and etc and etc. I've never understood in the head of this woman, what do you think is going on? That what's your problem? Well, let's just share the man in peace. Why are you making noise about it?
But why is she also coming to this other one's territory? See, a lot of these things need maturity. And the maturity will come from the man, because you're the one who's decided you want to add with.
But even the woman is mature.
That's what I'm saying, yes. But the maturity, the steering, I'm not even saying that the woman should not, isn't mature. I'm just saying, like, direction must come from somewhere. You see, when you come to my house, you don't decide what you're doing, isn't it? I tell you here, we wash our hands here. This is the towel we use to wipe, and this is where we sit. Yeah, you won't come and tell me no, but I want us to wash outside. You know? So you take your lead from me. Yeah. So even this thing of men saying the woman came to me and then decided now she wants to. What are you doing it all this time when the woman is coming or the women are coming? Because I find that men tend to behave like. Things just happen to them. I was not looking for anything. The woman just came. Then I decided now she's now my girlfriend. But she came and she was really persuasive. What's wrong with you?
No, but I'm also asking you about this woman. Yeah. I mean, she could know that. Yes, she now knows that. She now knows that this is. I'm going into the territory of another woman.
Exactly. She knew from the minute she met this man that there's somebody else, because they're not a secret couple.
Yeah, it is all over the internet. Yeah.
So she must have known who this guy is, and maybe they even worked together. Because usually they say the places you meet each other is the workplace, is where you meet the second person, the places that you'll spend most of your time, isn't it? So she knew. So this man, for even him to bring her here, it's because this man is the one who accepted. Those are the type of people he's dealing with. That's how he thinks. That's how he thinks of this first woman. That's what I'm saying. You can tell, even now, when another party comes, how this person really feels about you. Yeah, because if he respected this first wife, okay, let me not call her first wife, but if she was, I don't know whether they're going to stay or not, but if she accepted number one and respected her and his that unit, the kids, then it's not, you don't want to expose her to such things. Yeah, where now it becomes a whole debacle, a whole brouhaha. Everybody's up and down and shouting and what have you. He could have told this woman could have known there's a second one, but that one is kept away until the day you can decide that we can manage each other. But it wasn't done that way. Yeah, he's already shown a lot of disrespect. And even for this woman who's now thinking, and there's that thing for women where they think, now it is me. It is me you wanted all along, you see?
Yeah.
He's even taking me to Siju, I don't know where. If he can disrespect her, he will disrespect you. Because a man is the same man. He's not going to change. The way you removed him from there as a chair, he won't come to your house and become a table. He'll still be a chair. That's what I'm saying. Even that domestic violence should set alarm bells. Because don't think that he only wants to beat his wife. He has a problem with dealing with either anger or being able to express himself, that now he's turning to fists. Because why would you beat a woman because she's asked you about somebody that you are the one who's brought into the relationship? You know, she's asking, who is this woman? Why did you bring? And you start beating her. And you are sitting there quietly and thinking it is okay. You are the next one. Yeah. So even for a woman coming into a situation where it's going to be polygamous, your best key is to find out how he deals with that other one. Because the way he's dealing with that one is how he will deal with you. There's nothing special you're bringing, Nani. You know, women always think that, I'm younger, or I'm I don't know, thinner, or there's nothing you're bringing that is special. The man is the same. Yeah. So the way he's dealing with her is the way he's going to deal with you. So if he's rough with her, just know it's only a matter of time that it's going to be you. So if I was a second woman, I'll tell him, thank you, please. I'm out. Yeah, not wait for your turn.
But then, what happens now to the woman that is now she's gone online? What is your theory of what happens from now on? Do you think they are going back together? They can make it work again?
I don't know. It will take a special kind of grace to forgive that type of disrespect.
It looks like she has been forgiving it for some time.
For a long time, yeah. And it has built up. And I don't know what she wants, because at the end of the day, it's what she wants. You know, we can tell you anything that we want to tell you out here, but you're the one who's wearing the shoe and you know where it is hurting you. Yeah. But I'd always say to women, the only person you should forgive is yourself. Yeah, everybody else must pay something. It depends on what it is. Everybody else must have a consequence, and the consequence can be anything. Yeah, there might still be a consequence, and you get back together. But there must be a consequence. The only person you should forgive is yourself. Forgive yourself for making those choices. Forgive yourself for seeing and not believing yourself, because most of the times, people don't wake up and change. You know, we like saying that, one day I woke up in the morning and it was like that. No, if you're truthful to yourself, you always saw it. But you negotiated with yourself. You gaslit yourself. It was a whole negotiation. You know, women are master negotiators. Because when you want a man, we can negotiate with ourselves until he becomes the man. That's why sometimes you look at a woman and you're like, hey, what is that one seeing in that man? But she has talked to herself many nights, and convinced herself that one. So for me, I'd say to her, just work on yourself. Forgive yourself. Then everybody else, after that, there must be a repercussion for how you've been treated. Yeah.
But how about the children now?
And that's why she must work on herself, because children are as happy as their mother.
What does that mean?
So kids are very interesting, and especially if you've been primary caregiver of your child. I think that would work for both men and women. They feed off your energy. Yeah, if they see you cry, they become scared, and you might find that in their own small heads, they want to protect you. if you are not happy, they're not happy. If you are scared, they're even more scared. If you're not sure, so they need you to manage yourself. And managing yourself doesn't mean pretending, because again, children can see when you're pretending to be happy. Managing yourself means taking actual steps to help yourself. Therapy. Me, I'm a big whatever for therapy. I hated therapy for the longest time until I found out how it can work. Yeah. And that is non-faith-based therapy. I don't care.
Seeing that woman, do you think she attempted therapy in any way?
I don't know. I can't tell. You can't tell from what somebody has posted, because I don't know her. So I wouldn't know, like, this is not her or this is her, or this is how she behaves when she's happy, or this is how she behaves when she's sad. But I'd say just get non-faith-based therapy.
How does therapy work, by the way, for these kinds of things? I've never really been into therapy that way. How do you start the process of getting therapy?
Well, you just walk into a therapist's office, you pay consultation and just start talking. And they'll just start talking. Like when you have wool, wool when it's not organized, the yarn when it's all over the place.
Yeah.
So what you do is you have carried that to the therapist's office and you put it down, and as you start talking, the therapist is able to put it together for you. Yeah. So
I hope that you are enjoying that episode, people of the internet. Everybody says there is no job. And that is true. Also, that was me 10 years ago. The problem is that everybody is trying to get a job in their own town, in their own city, in their marketplace. They ask friends for jobs. Mothers call uncles, uncles call fathers, but there are no jobs, right? Let me tell you what no one is telling you. Jobs migrated online. What I actually mean is there are many, many jobs around the world, and there is no one to do them. I have worked for a long time online, I think more than 10 years. I work for Americans, I work for Europeans, I work for the Chinese, the Australian, Canadians, the Ugandans, name all of them. And last year, I had a eureka moment. I said to myself, you know what? I should compile what I have been doing for the last 15 years. So in 2024, I wrote a book called Goldmine, 18 Side Hustles for Africans. And it sold a lot of copies. In fact, sometimes I was receiving 500 orders in a day. In 2025, something happened. AI came. I think in 2025, AI came. AI came in 2024, but in 2025, it is here with us. And people say AI is taking away their jobs. And for me, I'll say false. There are actually AI jobs. Na mimi ni nani? I created more jobs. We now have in my book 25 online and offline side hustles that you can do anywhere in the world, whether you are in the village, whether you are in your small town, whether you're in a marketplace, whether you are in your house, you can do them. In this powerful volume 2, I share 25 new actionable online hustles specifically researched and tailored for Africans. My new book provides clear step-by-step guidance, drawing from my extensive experience and research, including the mistakes I have made and lessons I have learned over 15 years in this online job market. You can become an executive assistant to busy folks in Europe, America, and Canada. You can also get paid for tasks like watching videos and taking online surveys. There are many of them, and they're in my book. You can also build a business as a virtual assistant, start an e-commerce without a shilling. You can also become an affiliate marketer or an online English tutor. And you can also do tens of AI jobs, and they're all in these books. If you have a job, that is fine, but I know around you there are so many people that are always looking for jobs and at home watching Netflix. Buy this book for your brother, for your sister, for your mother, cousin, husband, who is back at home all day, all night watching Netflix. Okay? Buy it for your friend, that friend who is always asking you for cash. You can buy this book for them. All the information is in the description below. You can also inbox me, you can WhatsApp me, or you can go to my website, which is oduorjagero.co.ke. The book is only 1,000 Kenya shillings. Or if you're anywhere around the world, The book is $10. So thank you very much. Back to programming.
Don't tell you what to do. Usually what you need is to be able to talk in a space where you're not being judged, where nobody's trying to fix you. Because you see, when you go to your friend, because I'm your friend, I'm trying to help you immediately. I don't even want to wait for you to finish. You come and say, oh, yesterday was, no, Jagero, what you need to do is breathe. Breathe, Jagero, breathe. And then, what you need to do, just tell yourself every day in the morning, I'm okay. I'm not really listening. Yeah, but this person will be able to sit down and say, when you say something, they'll be able to tell you, Jagero, why do you feel, they can ask you certain questions for you to think about it some more and get to the root cause of it. Yeah, you'll find that sometimes we're in situations, we're in relationships because of the relationships we had with our parents. Because of the way we felt about ourselves growing up, yeah, and because we keep hiding things, so you are in all this jumble and you can't really get to the bottom of it. So therapy will help you get that space. Also, sometimes you need permission from somebody to heal, to move on, to relax, whatever. That person can allow you that space and that permission to. Without saying, Jagero, how can you say that and you are a Christian? Why don't you believe in God? Yeah, just pray. They can allow you to have human feelings. Yeah, outside here we are so interested in many things. Don't say that, Jagero. Don't say that. But you want to say it. No, you're better than that. No, I'm not. Yeah. This is me right now. I'm not better than what it is that you think.
And how long does it take for this therapy to? Because I hear people pay 3,000 per hour.
Yeah, so it depends. There are places that are subsidized. I think if you go to places like maybe like a money counseling or whatever, it's not, the places that are subsidized. You just have to figure it out. I even see these days online, they have those online ones that, again, will work out cheaper because it's not in person. So there are different ways you can get the help. And how long it takes, it depends on what it is that you need. There's some people who can start with a frequency of maybe twice a week, then go to once a month, then go to once every 3 months, you check in with somebody, But ideally, you should have that person that you can.
So therapy just means that you're talking and talking and talking and talking, and the other person listening and listening and listening. And at some point, we are coming to an agreed conclusion that this is what we should do. The therapist is not going to tell you that you leave this marriage.
No, that's not their work.
But how are you going to leave the marriage then?
Leaving marriage is a very personal decision.
So what is the therapist doing?
Helping you. Helping you doesn't mean being in a marriage or not being in a marriage.
And what does helping you there mean?
It helps you. What you're able then to do after that is make your own decisions. If I know why I do certain things, if I know why I choose certain things, then now I'm able to make a more conscious decision. Yeah, I know that I lean towards behaving like this, for example, because when I'm in this situation, I go back to a situation where I was as a child when I was helpless and my father maybe was beating my mother and throwing her from one corner of the room to the other. Yeah, so that will affect me. I will behave in a certain way. If I don't know that, I just keep reacting and I don't know why I'm behaving the way I'm behaving. But now that I have put words to it, I know it. This is what happens. Then I'm able to regulate myself. Yeah, and say, okay, now I'm in this marriage and this is what it's doing, and I know I was here because of 1, 2, 3. So this is not going to work.
So sometimes I had last time the last time I watched something on Netflix, a therapist was asking the couple, why do you need each other in life? So you have to answer that. You should be able to answer that.
Yes, yeah. And if you can't, why can't you answer? Yeah, because some of these things we don't ask ourselves, we don't even know. By the time you're getting married, you are just getting married to somebody. And because you think, oh, I'm 25, people are supposed to get married.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then when you ask a lot of people, why did you get married? You just be like, my younger sister was getting married. And now in our place, it's not good that the young ones get married before. The old ones.
Yeah, I hear even in low culture, they pressurize you to, they tell you that, you have to put up a Simba because your brother has got a wife in town and he will soon be coming in December.
Yes, and now in fact they say you should open for them because now you're closing for people.
Yeah, clear the path.
Clear the path, So very many people have no business even being married, let alone even being married to the one they're married to. At all. And there's a lot that goes into marriage. Remember we were saying, there's a time I said it even here, that there's a lot that goes into marriage because you don't marry one person.
What is a lot that goes into marriage? Can you jog our memory a little bit?
Because I've had 15 years since my marriage went belly up. To really
belly up.
Belly up.
Belly up. Okay.
It was good, yeah. So I've had time to really think because I really wanted to make sense of it. And make sense of it because I don't want the same thing happening to my daughters, whether they're daughters that I've birthed or daughters that I've friended. I just want, things must change. And what I realized is there's a lot that goes in that we don't equip people with, and not just women, even men, because you are these two people who get married. Most of the times you just think you're just two of you there, and it's going to be two of you in the whole world. It's not going to be two of you in the whole world. Whether the person has dead relatives or they're alive, you take all of them, and you become all of you entangled in that thing. It is our union that we can make or break you. There are so many, and marriage really is one of, I don't know, somebody needs to do some study and find out how it affects people's mental health, especially women, because I know very many, and if very many women got married for the right reasons, our churches would be empty.
Our churches would be empty.
Would be empty. These people who collect 310 shillings and I don't know what will have nothing to collect, because many problems that take women to church are marital problems. Bwana ameniacha, bwana ananipiga, bwana ameniletea bibi mwingine, bwana sijui anasema nisizai, anataka sijui kijana, anataka msichana.
Are you trying to say that men are the enemy of the state?
No, I'm just saying. Look at the problems that take women to church. It's very few that will whatever, and even if it is financial, because bwana liniacha na watoto. You never see a single woman going to say because that single woman will be able to hustle and whatever I said. But even when the woman is going to pray for money,
hata kifika chapati, she will be able to get around to survive.
But you see, even when the woman is going there and saying, I don't have money, bwana liniacha na watoto, sina fees, sina rent, sina. A lot of women's problems in church is marriage. If we sort it out, and I think maybe that's why these religious institutions don't want to sort it out, because then there'll be nobody. They'll be meeting in church by themselves. Maybe there are a few people who.
You need direct marriages to hold a church together. Are you?
Because let me tell you,
that is such a horrible statement.
Right now, do you remember there's a time somebody did a crusade or something? I think told women to come with the wedding gowns.
Okay.
To pray for marriage. Do you remember how that thing was?
No, I do not remember anything like that.
Am I dreaming this? No, I don't think I'm dreaming. I will look for it and tell you.
Maybe it was there. Maybe it was there.
Even right now, all these things, when you see women's revival, women's, I don't know what, just see how packed those things are. Marital, I don't know what, your marriage shall be restored. Those things are packed. Come just with a picture of your husband.
All right.
And they pray for the husband who never comes back. But you see, it's because your faith is not strong.
He never comes back.
Yeah, your faith is not strong. Come back next week. This time come with 3,000 sacrificial offerings. See if God wants to do it for you.
3,000 Kenyan shillings?
Yes.
Yeah, but you have to take your babies to school and have them
never
eat.
Comes. Yes. But you take it. How many women do that? How many women actually take money there at the expense of the children?
I actually saw some leaving their shoes in church.
Yes. So that's what I'm telling you. So the last 15 years I've been thinking about this, and I'm saying, and lived experiences, leave even theories for whatever. These are lived experiences where we say nobody equips you to get into marriage. Sometimes you have no business being there. Sometimes you have no business being with the person you are with, because there's no way you are meeting. This is a train wreck waiting to happen. Yeah. There are many things that the other things that come into play is who you are. Like I've been following a certain therapist who has been talking about firstborn women.
Firstborn women?
Yes, and the men they marry.
Firstborn
women.
And the men they marry?
And the men they marry. Because usually it is, for a firstborn is a very heavy whatever. You know, as a firstborn, woman, especially in your father's house, you keep your father's house. Where the migogos will come back because you want to make sure your father's house is standing. It doesn't matter what is happening. I remember an older lady told me once, she said for her, and she was old at that time, and she was saying she's keeping her father's home, and the parents are both dead, and her siblings, I don't know, had gone where, but she's keeping that home, and she's keeping her home where she's married. Because she's her father's firstborn, there's no way she can watch her father's home go, even if the father is not there. Yeah. So imagine you are a firstborn, you come with this bag, we want to call it baggage, some want to call it black tax, people want to call it many things. And this man tells you, I didn't marry your whole family, I only married you. And you cannot separate, just because I'm married here, I've not left my family.
Oh, so the issue is the weight that is on the shoulders of the firstborn woman.
Yes.
And the men, and why is it called the men and the men they married? So why are the men they married in the
because
question?
This man was explaining his theory is, or his belief is that a firstborn woman needs a very strong man. In fact, his exact words is she needs a man who's 10 times a man.
10 times a man?
Yes, because this man is not going to take his own family. He's taking this woman and plus her whatever. Then also, because you are a firstborn daughter, you are parentified very early. You are usually a deputy parent in your home.
Co-parenting your other siblings.
Yes. So your parents expected you are the one who'd cook. It doesn't matter how old you are. You already started off with children. Yeah. So you are not you can be very bold, you can be very aggressive, you can be very assertive, because you don't have time for small things. You've been an adult for long. Yeah. So, and if you're not careful, if the man is not strong also, you might forget and also become his mother, become a parent, because you're so used to being the parent and, So he was explaining all that. You see, all these things nobody tells you when you are young. Yeah. So you are just going there to get married. You marry this person, maybe him is a last born in this home. He's used to things being done. And then you come here with do and 250,000 relatives with you who expect everything from you. 250
relatives.
Everybody's with you, and you can't leave them because of who it is that you are. So there's a lot of things that go into place. Remember, we said even your social background. There are very many men who are making women pay for how they were brought up. And you will hear it in arguments, and you very many women will tell you, right, when they look back, they remember, me, I'm not like you people who went to Brookhouse. You Brookhouse folk. Oh, you people who ate sausages. As we were village boys. Nani, who took you there? I'm not God, I'm not your mother. Yeah. So where is it? And also where I went to school or where I didn't go to school, it's not my fault. Because one day you woke up in the morning, your mother said, put on this uniform and go to school. Did you ever sit down with your parents and say, guys, I would like to go to St. Siju what, which is where? No. You are just told, and you put on uniform. This is the school. Yeah. So if somebody also is not mature, yeah, a lot of women also are in relationships that they have been trapped into, and this is what people don't like listen here.
What does that mean?
Men trap women.
Men trap women.
Yes, for a long time we have been told by society that women trap men with pregnancy. Yeah, and so women are this evil Jezebel, whatever's always looking, and that's why we see even in this situation, even remember we talked at some point, you are saying that women are forceful, they come, because we prefer it that way, that women are the ones who come. You are minding your business in your marriage. A woman came to your DM, and she's forceful. How? On a blog. She's forceful. I talk to Bev. Yeah, but because
vlog,
yeah,
vlog,
because society has told you women are
bad.
Yeah.
Do you know that a woman that comes into your inbox comes with her scent?
What do you mean with her scent? Now what are those? If it's not witchcraft, and you're the ones who say you're the ones who are witchcraft. What is that? Because the way women come
and then you have a look at her profile photo. Hey, yeah.
Who is the problem there? Who is the problem?
But I'm being assaulted. I'm being assaulted from.
Who is the problem there, Jagero?
I'm being bewitched by outside forces.
No,
I'm being bewitched.
Say, I am the problem. Say it, Nelly. That's the first stage of healing. We will heal you when you accept. Say you are the
why is it my problem? I was just chilling.
No,
I was just chilling.
The same way women come into your inbox is the same way men come into our inboxes. The minute somebody says hi, beautiful, block.
Why do you block? Why do you block people?
Because I know where you are coming. I can see you. I'm not a child, and you are not a child, isn't it? Yeah.
So somebody saying hi, Felly is already sinful.
What do you want?
I'm saying hi.
My profile, my Facebook page, isn't it? If it is friendly,
okay,
you will talk on my posts, because I have many posts, isn't it? And they're interactive ones. So, this happened. Then you respond. The minute you come into my inbox, what do you want? And if it is something serious, if it's professional or it's something that is nonsense,
I don't have your email.
No, you'd say, hi, Felly. Glad to maybe meet you. It is.
Yes.
I have this thing that is happening 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
I would like for you to join us, whatever. Kindly contact this number, or here is our numbers. You can contact us, or can you give us your number to contact you, isn't it? That is okay. Next one, maybe you just want to be friends. Hi, Felly, whatever. I have been watching whatever, and I would like us to be friends. I want you to, because there's some other stupid doing, I want to be your best friend, the one that you come and talk to when you have a problem. Not those stupid things.
And then there's the other one who comes in.
There's another one. Because the first he says hi, you keep quiet. Hi, beautiful. You keep quiet. Good morning, beautiful. I've been watching you and I'm just so in love with you. And they're like, you stupid motherfucker. Yeah. So
you don't feel good. You don't feel good when a man is saying hi, beautiful.
No, but you see, it depends on what stage I am in.
In life?
It? Yes. If I am looking, then we'll all be hiring each other.
Yeah.
But I'm not looking. So why would I tempt that situation?
So how do you women, by the way, go about this issue? Because even on our DWJ podcast number, most men actually think that the number belongs to Bobby. And I see what you are saying.
Yes.
Like you wake up and there are so many highs, like 7 of them.
Yes, and it's useless. You see, but remember,
it's useless.
Let's go back to the reason we were saying this, where we are saying that it is not women, is the way we have been conditioned to believe that women trap men. Men also trap women.
How? By the way, you did not finish that.
Yes, yeah. So, and men trap women in so many ways. I'll give you one example. This lady who told me that she met this guy, and for her, she thought she had just met him, and they had just met each other. And she was calling it love at first sight. They met, they have so much in common, and she's like, oh my God, we even go to the same church, and that church was here, Guadalupe, here at Adams. And
Catholic.
Catholic. So it was the Catholic church there, and they are excited, and she was like, oh, this is, as in like, God came. At the time I was looking for a guy. So they go out for a while, she gets pregnant, and the minute she gets pregnant, now she starts seeing his full colors. Okay, let me not say full colors, because he starts showing his true self. And she realizes that this man, Kumbe, had known her way before she knew him. And he had kind of been, he didn't like her, he hated her. And that's the worst thing about the way men trap women. Men trap women they hate because they want to humble you. Men know firsthand, I don't know, because I think they do it, they know how hard it is for a woman when you have a child or children out of wedlock. They know how hard it is for a woman when she's a single mother, because they mistreat those women. So they know what it will be like for you. So very many men who will try to humble you that way. And that's why we find it hard to say, because women, again, have been conditioned to think if a man wants to sleep with you, he likes you. Yeah, he loves you.
No, not true.
Women have been conditioned to believe that. Women think even that love you will get with a man, the more he sleeps with you. Men know that he can sleep with you even with a hole in the wall, because for him, it can be even for release. Isn't it? That's how we are conditioned as socially. Yeah, and that is why women are told, keep your virginity for that one man, or keep yourself. And you think now it is a big price you're giving him. If he doesn't care and he can sleep with a chicken, it's neither here nor there for him.
You're saying that men do not respect women that are virgin.
No, it's something it's for them. It's for conquering.
Yeah, it's a trophy.
It's a trophy. Yeah, so you're not feeling good at all. You kept it for me. It's just like a tell one, because you hear them sometimes saying, "I've slept with 5 virgins." For him, it's something big. So, because we are taught that a man who wants to sleep with you, and because if he begs you and he's following you, you're like, wait, this man really loves me. Can you imagine? He's waited for me for 6 months. I've been saying, a man can wait for you even for 3 years. Yeah, just to sleep with you, to humble you,
suckling you, shadowing you.
Yes, he's just moving, and you're thinking it is so nice, and you're thinking he's waiting all that time. He has other people here who are helping him relieve himself while he's waiting.
Oh yeah,
for you. Yeah, so it's never that whatever. So this particular girl has this baby, and then now is when she starts realizing that this man has known her all the time. So in the process of having this baby and going to him and saying, but I need you to be in this baby's life, I need maintenance and whatever. And in all those fights that they're having, he has that outburst of, he has seen her, see, but your parents, they're rich, they can look after you, people who go for whatever. You know, when you start picking those lies and you realize this person actually doesn't like you. A man can marry you and he doesn't like you. Yeah, he'll marry you, you'll have your 25 children there, and you think that because I've been married to him for 10 years and I have multiple children, he must love me.
He must pay back for the things I did, for the camera I bought.
He is not there.
For running my career down the ditch.
He is not there because he didn't like you in the first place. And that's why I said for women, the only person you must forgive is yourself. Forgive yourself for not seeing those things. Forgive yourself for believing a lot of that rubbish.
Which rubbish?
Yeah, that a man loves you because he wants to sleep with you, and that you must give him everything at his feet, sacrifice everything for him to love you, for it to work. Be yourself. Yeah. So men trap women, and that's one thing we must always know. Yeah, don't ever think that because somebody said nizalie that now he loves you so much. Nizalie so that amekukata miguu sasa. Do you know how hard it is to recover after giving birth? How hard it is to.
But you guys do not really talk about it. How hard it is to recover after giving birth.
It is difficult. It is stress. It is hell. And in fact, if the man doesn't like you, those children are going to disturb you. The pregnancy is going to be the worst pregnancy you'll ever have. You know, but there's science behind that, by the way.
What is the science behind it?
I'll look for it and I'll send it to you, because I said, I don't know how come I didn't send you that one. But there's a science where if the quality of the man's sperm and whatever determines the type of pregnancy you have.
The quality of the sperm?
Yeah, so you are thinking at sisi kwetu tunakuanga na difficult pregnancies. Ndizo ma sperm za watu ndio wanasumbua.
Sperm sumbufu.
Wanted to kill you.
All right, so Felly, thank you very much. It was really wonderful, an hour of wonderful, dialing down on the issue of. I really sympathized reading those stories because they were really painful stories, and I think her coming out was not. Some people were saying that it was revenge, but I think she was just, and I feel like sometimes in life we can be so alone and yet surrounded by because even if you look at a post as early as January, February, March, April, she's happy.
And she's too happy.
She's too happy.
And sometimes that being very happy sometimes is an indication. Yeah, and nobody sees. And I think usually sometimes that's the curse of being able to smile or of being good. Yeah, you don't know how to let it out, and sometimes it comes out this way. And if this was revenge, I'm all for it. If it knocked him down a bit, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I think
You must always do something. Don't go down.
I think social media. I think social media wants some, because his life is in social media, and there is something that it does to you. And when we are working in as content creators, we are meeting a lot of women, and women seeing you treat other women like shit. They are not gonna be happy.
Yeah. So if you did something to him, if you manage to swing something, I'm always for Nani, please. Don't do forgive and forget. If you can get a jab in, you get that jab in. No forgiving, no forgetting.
Or ask the community. Ask the community to come to your help.
Yes. No. Whatever she had to do, and whatever she still has to do, her first.
All right. Thank you very much, Felly. Always nice having you around. Beautiful conversation. People of the internet, we are going towards... Felly, do you know what is going on at DWJ? We are barreling towards 100,000 subscribers in YouTube. We'll be celebrating it in Kisumu.
You're buying us stickers.
Tikos to go there. I would like you to go to Kisumu and actually be one of it. We are going to do some sort of an engagement. I don't want to call it engage, but it's gonna be true engagement. Like asking, you know, the way you guys go to engage and then have your beautiful slot for 15 minutes or 25 minutes. For me, I would like to ask people questions live as the audience listens.
I'd like to be part of that.
So
send me my ticket.
I will send
my people
you.
Will call your people.
And we are also going towards 500,000 followers on TikTok.
Oh, great stuff.
Yeah, Facebook is right now at 454,000, and TikTok is 441. And we also have DWJ Europe that is going to 100,000.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I don't know, Instagram. Instagram is like 20-something thousand. Yeah, Instagram is the slowest. I don't know what is going on there, but
maybe they've found you on this other side.
Yeah, and a lot of people are on TikTok. TikTok is wild.
I'm telling you.
We should talk about how wild TikTok is.
I am learning.
Like today, I saw a video of a guy saying, I don't even know. I asked my wife what the guy is saying, and she didn't know. He was talking to Jesus. But you know the Jesus he was talking to? The one on the matatu. Unarudi lini?
But I think it
like 5 minutes of just talking to Jesus on the matatu. I don't know, the matatu was stopping for him to talk to Jesus, or the matatu had parked. I have no clue. Yeah.
And he had a conversation with Jesus.
Beautiful conversation with Jesus. And telling Jesus the route he should take when coming back.
Yes.
Hey, don't go to Iraq. Don't go to Israel. Kuna bomu.
Oh, but seriously though, also what's happening in the world right now is scary.
It's very scary, but I think Israel has realized that it is not Hezbollah because they have stopped.
No, sometimes, like I keep saying, sometimes you have to show people how to treat you. Because when you are quiet, they think they can just behave the way they feel like. Yeah. So sometimes you have to hit somebody so that they realize, it's not a Passover.
Yeah, because every time Hezbollah has been trying to hit Israel or Syria or whatever, they have never hit Israel. But this guy actually hit them several times.
And because, a lot of information comes from the Western media, it's a bit down. Yeah, but if you get, the real story, it's not a Passover.
Thank you very much, people of the internet. Until another episode, bye for now.